Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB show 17. So here is my events run. I know it's a week late, but we did end up making a nice run, and we did end up getting the 10-game win streak reward, which was Jim Rice. So that was pretty nice. But we're going to talk a little bit about the events in general and my thoughts about it, and then the gameplay also. So with the gameplay, I'm pretty much just showing you guys the times that runs were scored. Since there was so much footage, there was literally 5 hours of gameplay. We edited it down to what we have right now. So I just got right to the point with these games. I didn't fluff it with the extra strikeouts and runners in scoring position. That will all be in like ranked season games. But with events, since there's so many games, we just got right to the point. And on top of that, I think I just showed you guys my main run. I did do a couple more runs, but the main one is the one that we ended up getting, the Jim Rice. But let's talk about the event itself. So the event was the common bronze event. We were restricted to only using bronze players, and the rewards were a 10 win streak got you a Jim Rice, and 80 cumulative wins got you Jason Giambi, which was a gold version of him. So because it was a gold version, I didn't feel like this event was worth it because he's not even a diamond, and there's already a diamond version of that Jason Giambi out there. Right here, we hit a nice grand slam with Goody the GOAT. But yeah, for me, 80 cumulative wins was a lot, especially in a week cycle. And for it to be Jason Giambi, not even a diamond player, it wasn't worth it to me. But about the rewards, 80 wins in a week, I felt like that was too much. And on top of that, this is where I kind of had a problem. So normally in other game modes, you get post-game rewards. In events, I don't know if it was me, if it was because there were server issues, or it's just by design, I didn't get any post-game rewards. So if you look at it like this, you really have to go on a nice win streak, or you have to win a lot of games in order for events to be worth your time. So I know every event is different, but using this event as an example, for a 4-game win streak, you got a bronze player, 6-game silver player, 8-game gold player, and a 10-game, you got the Jim Rice. So realistically speaking, if you don't go on an 8-game win streak and get a gold player, then you're not getting anything out of this, because a bronze player and a silver player is not going to help you. If you get the 10-game win streak, you know, you get the reward in Jim Rice, which is nice. Right here, we hit a nice walk-off with Goody the GOAT. He was a big player for us. But cumulative wins, another thing. For 20 wins, you get a bronze, 40 a silver, 60, you got a gold, and 80, you got the Jason Giambi. If you didn't get at least 60 wins and got the gold player, it's not worth your time. A bronze and a silver player is not going to help out your roster at any point unless there is a designated event for those types of players. If you play ranked seasons, if you're in the higher tiers, you're most likely going up against gold and diamond players. So it might sound like I don't like these rewards. That's not the point I'm getting at. The point was you don't get post-game rewards. You don't get that extra opportunity to maybe get another player. So taking all that in perspective and using this event as an example, if you didn't go on a 4-game win streak and say you got 19 wins, you pretty much played this event and got nothing because you didn't get any post-game drops from playing the game. You might have got post-game stubs, but that's pretty much it. You didn't get any additional cards and you didn't get anything else because you didn't get on the streak or you didn't get the required cumulative wins. That's all I'm getting at, is that there needs to be post-game drops. And like I said, I don't know if it's by design or I just happen to not get any because of server issues, but they gotta be there. Right here in this play, this was probably the weirdest thing I've seen so far in MLB The Show. The game froze when I hit it, and then I hit a nice one into right field. It goes off the wall, and the play just goes dead. This ends up being an inside the park home run for me, and the guy never makes a play on the ball. So just a weird sequence right there, and then the very next at bat, I had a nice home run with Chris Carter, take a nice lead, and we end up winning this game. But stuff like this is what needs to be fixed. These little errors and stuff like that, they gotta clean that up. They gotta clean these little glitches up. They gotta clean the servers up. I feel like the gameplay itself is pretty good. You know, I've seen some people say the hitting and stuff is a little too much, you know, maybe too much contact and power, and then the wind has too much effect in some of these games. They got a point. I understand where they're coming from, and maybe that has to be toned down a little bit, but they gotta fix all the server issues and stuff like that. So right here, we ended up getting our 8-game win streak. We got Nate Jones, which is not a bad player. Not a bad player at all to get. So I was pretty happy about that. I was actually aiming. I was hoping I could get someone like Anthony Rizzo or Trey Turner. Those are probably like the jackpot for gold players. But Nate Jones was not a bad pickup for this team. Right here, we had a nice walk-off home run, our second one during this run. So we did have some big moments during this run, and these games for me, they kind of get nerve-wracking because I normally don't go on these big win streaks. So when I do, I start panicking because I'm trying my best not to choke in these games. But this was game number 9, a nice walk-off, and we end up giving ourselves a chance to get that Jim Rice. And for game number 10, we have to go against Steven Wright, the knuckleballer, which makes things very difficult. And the funny thing about this game right here is this guy threw me so many knuckleballs to start it off, and the first fastball he throws, I send it deep and get that solo shot. So that one mistake, we take advantage of it and we go up 1-0 in this game. Jump out to that lead, which was definitely needed in this game. And then young Jack Peterson comes up clutch with a 2-run shot. And that's going to put us up 3-0 in probably our biggest game. So we're doing our thing out here in game 10. And at this point, I felt no pressure. I had a 3-0 lead. In the bottom of the second, we have a runner at second. And the game freezes. I was so pissed. And this guy had the audacity to send me a message saying that's what you get for glitching. I was like, what? This guy is crazy. So this guy literally sat here. I wasn't going to quit. I was on a 9-game win streak. I need this game for 10. I had to sit there for an hour. This guy waited there for an hour before he decided to quit. But eventually he did, and we got ourselves the Jim Rice, which is pretty dope because I didn't think I was going to get that 10-win streak, and we were able to do it. So we got him. I ended up winning another game to start 11-0. I should have literally started 14-0. 3 of my games went to the queue. Never were found. Never came up. So I started 11-0, and then I lost my next 2 games. Lag issues, crazy lag issues. I was running to bases, and I was trying to retreat and stuff. My base running was ridiculous in those games. I couldn't run. But we lose the next 2 games, and then I start a new run. And in that run, I start off pretty bad. I think I went 1-2 in that run. So I basically lost 4 of my next 5 games. And then I start my last run, which is this 4th run. This is part of it right here. We lose the first game. It was an extra inning game. I guess extra innings. It went to like 6 or 7 innings. And he ended up taking the lead. And then the game froze. So I was like, man, you got the 3-1 lead. I'm done. So I quit out of that. And then next thing you know, I pick things up again. So after losing 5 out of 6 games, we go back on that win streak. Right here was an 8-game win streak game. A nice win right here. And we were able to do what we were doing before and get on those win streaks. So for our 8-game win streak in this run, we ended up getting Kelvin Herrera, which is another nice relief pitcher. So we had 2 nice relief pitchers in these 2 runs, our big runs that we had. I was pretty happy about that. Overall, I gotta say I did enjoy the event. I like the idea of the events. I think it can be a good way to get cards, especially if you do go on those win streaks and if you do get those cumulative wins. I didn't think it was worth it to go after Giambi, like I said, since there's already a diamond version and whatnot. But right here, I gotta say, this was my second attempt at a 10-game win streak. We had another opportunity to get Jim Rice, and in the top of the 3rd inning, with 2 outs in the inning, we had the lead. We give up a 2-run home run. I was so mad. You don't understand. I couldn't believe he hit a home run off of that pitch. I feel like I jammed him on that, and he could have even been late on the swing. His timing wasn't the best throughout, the first few innings, but it obviously picked up later in the game. We did get lucky though. He did throw back-to-back pass balls, and we end up tying the game. But like I was saying, I did enjoy the event. I feel like they gotta make it better. If they're gonna do the next event, the servers have to be better because people want to play the game. They don't want to experience the bad servers. They don't want to experience games going into queues and games freezing. So whenever the next event is, I don't know when it is. I bet you they'll do one, maybe at the end of this month or the start of next month. Whatever it is, the servers have to be good. They can't have the game come out, another event come out, and their servers not be good. Right here, I literally had 3 walks in a row with 2 outs in the inning, and my dumbass swings at the first pitch I see after I had 3 straight walks, and he ends up winning. So we lose right there. We had a chance to get that 10-game win streak. We failed, but we still got some nice rewards. We got Alex Cobb and Kelvin Herrera. But there it is. The first event, I would say it went all right. Obviously, the server issues got to get cleaned up for the next one. But for us personally, we got 2 nice goal players in Nate Jones and Kelvin Herrera. And we got the 10-game win streak reward of Jim Rice. So I'll show you guys his stats. And here it is. So Jim Rice, 87 overall, rookie version from 1975. Plays in the outfield, good contact versus righties, great contact versus lefties at 98. The power versus lefties is pretty good also at 81. And then the rest of the card to me is pretty average. 57 vision is pretty low. The fielding is not the best. 66 fielding's pretty low to me. 75 arm strength is not ideal, and then his speed as a player at 61 is pretty low. So overall, it might not be the best card, but it was a 10-game win streak reward. We did end up getting it, so just as far as like that goes, excited to get it, I guess. I don't really know, but we got him, and that's that. Anyways, I know I was all over the place in this video, but thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'm out. Also, let me know what you guys thought about the first event.